Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. We're doing our market close for July 28th, 2025. And yes, I am in a hotel room, and I apologize if the internet is choppy and I break up. If it does, sue me. So we got some news today. We got a U.S. European Union trade deal we're going to talk about. We're going to go directly to the White House website. Tesla stock is up because they apparently signed a deal with Samsung. Oh, exciting. Tesla's finally going to the moon. And AMD has been ripping. They had a event that happened today that they announced today that sent the stock vertical lining. So let's dive right into it. So first and foremost, we have a European Union massive trade deal announced by the White House. So let's see what old Geodis's staff has to say about this. So it says, yesterday, Donald Trump announced a trade deal with the EU, fundamentally rebalancing the economic relationship between the world's two largest economies. Well, is that true? I know China is the second largest by itself, but maybe if you add all the EU together, maybe it's the second largest. I'm not sure. It marks a generational modernization of the transatlantic alliance. The transatlantic... Never mind. And will provide Americans with unprecedented levels of market access to the European Union. Are we forcing the European Union to take all of our freaking Amerifat garbage products? We'll see. The deal bolsters America's economy and manufacturing capabilities. The EU will purchase $750 billion in U.S. energy and make new investments of $600 billion in the U.S., all by 2028. Now, I know the U.S. produces a lot of energy already, and they're trying to get away from Russia, obviously, for obvious reasons. I wonder how much of that $750 billion was going to happen anyway. And then they're pledging to make new investments of $600 billion. I mean, I don't know how the EU itself can dictate that. I mean, can they really dictate private corporations to make investments in the United States? I'm not sure. And I don't think the European Union is going to be able to have the authority to invest that much in the United States. I feel like a lot of these investments are just pledges that are probably not going to happen. So let's see if we got any details. Okay, so the United States and the EU reached a cooperation agreement on reciprocal, fair, and balanced trade. This will enable U.S. farmers, ranchers, fishermen, and manufacturers to increase U.S. exports. Funny enough, the dollar ripped, which is actually not good for exports. Expand business opportunities and help reduce the goods trades deficit with the European Union. Why does the deficit matter? The deficit does not matter. Some countries you might have a surplus, some you might have a deficit. It does not matter. The EU will remove significant tariffs. I don't think they had huge tariffs to begin with, including the elimination of all EU tariffs on U.S. industrial goods exported to the EU, creating enormous opportunities for American-made and American-grown goods to compete and win in Europe. This market will drive growth across the entire U.S. economy. Wow. All right, let's see what the tariff rates are. The European Union will pay the United States a tariff rate of 15%, including on autos and auto parts, pharmaceuticals, and semiconductors. What does that mean? That means the cost of all your goods coming into the United States that you may or may not be purchasing, almost spilled my water there, have gone up by 15%. Or corporations in the EU are going to have to adjust their sales prices, or purchasers in the United States are going to have to adjust prices. So it's going to be a combination of higher prices and contracting margins for whoever's buying these products, because the companies that buy these products can eat some of the costs of the tariff. But at the end of the day, the tariff is just a tax. Okay. It's money that when a product comes to the United States, it gets assessed on the product, and then it gets added to the cost. And then that tariff gets paid to the U.S. government. It's a tax increase, and the ultimate downwind buyer is paying for it. However, the sectoral tariffs on steel, aluminum, and copper will remain unchanged. The EU will continue to pay 50%, and the parties will discuss securing supply chains for these products. Okay, I guess we really want to be steel and aluminum and copper manufacturers in the United States. All right, let's keep going. Additional key terms. The EU will invest $600 billion in the U.S. over the course of President Trump's term. This new investment is in addition to the over $100 billion EU companies already invest in the United States each year. What is the investment? I'm trying to understand. Unleashing American energy. The EU will double down on America as the energy superpower by purchasing $750 billion of U.S. energy exports. This will strengthen the U.S.'s energy dominance, reducing European reliance on adversarial sources, and narrow our trade deficit with the EU. Our deficit's coming down. Wonderful. The EU will work with the United States to eliminate tariffs in various sectors and will provide meaningful quotas for other products, which can then be combined, will create commercially meaningful market access for a significant amount of U.S. goods exports to the European Union. Okay, so basically he's just trying to bring down tariff barriers, and we're paying 15% more on all the products coming into the United States. Okay. The United States and the European Union will establish strong rules of origin to ensure that the benefits of this agreement flow directly to the United States and the European Union, not to third countries. The United States and the European Union intend to address unjustified digital trade barriers. In that respect, the EU confirms that it will not adopt or maintain network usage fees. I think these are fees. I could be wrong, but I think there are fees charged to big tech. So, we want to tariff them on stuff that they export to us, but we don't want them to charge fees on our big tech corporations because those companies are global corporations. Furthermore, the U.S. and the EU will remain zero custom duties on electronic transmissions. I love what we're prioritizing here. Okay. Commercial deals. So basically, America saved the freaking world. Trump has saved the world. Okay. So this is kind of the main deal. I mean, the main idea that I get, the main thing that is probably going to be the most immediate effect is the tariff rate of 15%. The investments in the United States, I don't know how that's going to play out. And when it comes to buying U.S. energy, I feel like that was going to happen anyway. I mean, where are they going to get it from? Russia? So, of course, on the news, the U.S. dollar actually mother effing vertical lined today. So if we go to the one-day chart, let's see if it actually pulls up. Thought I had it pulled up already. So the dollar went up against the euro by 1.5%, which actually had a negative impact on the VXUS ETF, stockanalysis.com. So currency plays a big deal. Plays a big role in international and U.S. stocks. So international has been ripping over the past year. It's up 18% year to date, and a chunk of that is from currency. So if you have an unhedged ETF like VT and the U.S. dollar weakens, well, your international earnings can be converted to more USD. But the same effect happens the other way around. So VXUS dropped pretty significantly today, 1.29%. A big part of which was because of the currency changes. So that's kind of the breaking news of the EU and USA trade deal, and the world is saved. So next, more entertaining, is that Tesla and Samsung now have a deal. So let's watch this video and see what this new exciting deal is all about.
Tesla signing a major deal with Samsung to manufacture AI.
Freaking volume. Why is my volume not working? Jesus Christ. Big fat fail. Why is my volume?
Chips for Tesla cars
and runs over the next 8 years. With Elon Musk even suggesting the total amount.
Oh, it's probably the microphone. Hold on a second. Technical issues here. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Like the volume of my gets connected to my microphone. It's freaking weird. All right, let's start this over again. $16 billion. Where is Tesla getting this money from? Oh, wait, I know. It's not from their free cash flow or operating cash flow or profits. No, it's from the clown valuation of the stock. So now they're spending an additional 16 billion to have these chips for robots. Totally, bro. There's totally going to be robots any day now. And for self-driving tech, which is currently in its infancy. I hope this works out for Tesla. We'll see. Oh, and oh, by the way, when they say it could be ready by 2029, it's actually going to be probably 2035. Okay, so this this is Elon's new grift. So now we're going to keep Tesla stock pumped up forever because we got this factory, bro, and in 2029, trust me, we're going to make all these chips that are going to go into our robots, bro. So keep buying the stock until 2029. This clown show is never going to end, and the whole time Tesla's freaking car market share is going to keep collapsing. Their profits are going to collapse or maybe even go negative. And just everything's going to crap with this company. Even their energy storage is not growing anymore. But now, in 2029, we're gonna have all these chips for all these robots, bro. Bye bye. Well, that's probably the size of Elon's dong. Oh, poor Inkwell. All right, let's do how much did Tesla stock go up today? Oh my god, there's gonna be chips in like 5 years, bro. Up 3%. And then Samsung. What the hell is this? I think it's this one. Up 6.83%. Okay, so I guess this factory's gonna. What is this? Oh, that's got to be in Korean currency. Yeah, the market cap says 459 trillion. I'm like, that doesn't seem right. But if that's denominated in the Korean won, that makes more sense. The Korean won, when I lived in Korea, it was like $1 would buy you 1,000 won. And when I was a kid, I saw this dude. He opened his wallet and he pulled out I saw 1,000 on there. I'm like, man, that guy's loaded. I told my parents, I'm like, wow, that guy has a lot of money. And they're like, Chris, that's won. So yes, $1 buys a lot of won. Okay, so Samsung's up pretty significantly, and then of course Tesla, because we're gonna have chips in like 25 freaking years, maybe, is up 3%. Shocker. Intel's cooked, bro. It's not good. Okay, so I guess this is bullish for Tesla, bro. We should buy the stock because there's going to be chips in 5 years. Shocker. And then finally, we got AMD. So, of course, in one of my grifter episodes, I pumped AMD, and I'm a freaking genius because now the stock is up. Let's see how much AMD has gone up. Now, you may ask, why is AMD popular? Well, chips are all the rage. AMD didn't go up as much as NVIDIA. So what the geniuses did is they said, oh, well, since NVIDIA is a chip stock and it went up, AMD is the next chip stock. And so far, it's actually had a pretty good recovery from when it bottomed on April 8th, 2025. It's gone from, it's doubled. Yeah, it's doubled from the bottom. So AMD's freaking ripping, man. Yeah, it's not quite at all-time highs. It looks like, well, let's go back. Yeah, it looks like the all-time highs were in, if we can actually get that back, 2024. Yeah, AMD just looks like one of those stocks where it's like, okay, it dips, and then it vertical lines, and then it dips, and then it vertical lines. Something like that. So AMD is actually up 4% today. Why is it up? Well, let's see. AMD shares leaped after word broke out that chipmaker plans to boost the price of its Instinct M1 MI 350 AI accelerator from $15,000 to $25,000. Damn. That's going to lead to some profits. Okay, that shows me there's a lot of demand. There's still a lot of demand out there, okay? Now, why is there so much demand? Well, everybody's all in on AI. It's the new rave. We all freaking know that, okay? And whether it works out or not, we'll see. Whether it's a bubble, I don't freaking know. But right now, there's a lot of demand. AI is the hot new thing, and you need chips to run all these freaking servers, blah, 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 blah. So with this huge demand, they've decided to raise the price, and that's probably going to boost their profits. Now, obviously, when you raise price, it may reduce, sales. It's a supply and demand thing. But if the market's that hot, maybe they can just charge this new $25,000 price per accelerator, and they'll just have the same demand. We'll see. HSBC first flagged the dramatic price move, noting that even at $25,000, the MI350 undercuts NVIDIA's Blackwell, that's bigoted, B200. Such a bold premium suggests AMD sees robust demand for its AI gear and could translate into significant revenue upside in its next quarterly release. I think they have earnings August 5th. This is a pretty exciting week, this week and next week. Oh, I'm so excited. Wells Fargo's Aaron Rakers and his team wasted no time reaffirming their bullish stance. It's a chip stock. They point to the freshly launched MI 355X GPU, shipping as a linchpin for AMD's August 5th Q2. I was right. August 5th Q2 report. Okay. They forecast $1.65 billion in data center GPU revenue, GPU sales. And okay, let's see. Okay, so I guess this new price increase has made your upcoming earnings more delicious and superstitious. So that's kind of the big news today. Let's go look at the earnings calendar. Today was kind of a lame day for earnings. I think the big daddies are coming the next couple of days. So let's see. Sort by market cap. If I can I do that? Can I sort by market cap? This thing sucks. It looks like the biggest earnings are Waste Management, very exciting, and Well Tower for today. Southern Copper Corporation, very exciting. Enterprise Products Partners, Cadence Design Systems, Brown and Brown. Imagine a company was called White and White. Yeah, so there's only 77 earnings reports today, 174 tomorrow, 291 Wednesday is going to be a long day, 331 on Thursday. Oh, I'm going to have long streams these next few days. Let's see, it's reporting on Tuesday. Visa, my Shiza, United Health, AstraZeneca, Merck, Bookings, Boeing, Spotify. We're going freaking crazy today and tomorrow and the day after. And then I think big tech, what do we have on Wednesday? Let's see. Microsoft, Meta. Oh, yeah, this is a big freaking week. And then Thursday, let's see. Apple, Amazon. Oh, yeah. Oh, mamma mia. So that's kind of the news today. We're charging 15% tariffs on the EU. They're apparently investing in us, and we're apparently exporting more energy than we already were. AMD's freaking ripping. And of course, Tesla secured a new deal for chips to be made in America by Samsung, and they're totally going to be used in robots in like 5 or 10 years from now. How exciting. All right. Let's close the stream, do some comments, and then I'm going to get some Chipotle for dinner. All right. Members only are getting comments. And let me know how the internet was, or maybe I'll rewatch this. Bro, I saw that you guys having soda drinks like Fanta. I think 90% of it is banned in the EU because it produces low IQ and infertility. U.S. foods are freaking trash. Okay, we eat like absolute garbage in America. It's horrible. And of course, it's for corporate profits. Of course. Get people freaking addicted on lard garbage. And now we want to export our filth to the rest of the world. I remember eating McDonald's in Europe. It's like, it tastes different. It's like fresher. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, there was no audio on the shared screen. Freaking wonderful. You're such a hater. This is what happens when I go to a freaking hotel. Everything's a disaster. Super duper bullish. Let's see. Gatekeeping PC audio. It wasn't that exciting. Oh, Tesla, oh, Intel. Until 2035, Optimus will finally serve the popcorn. Yeah, I fail to believe that. Optimus is probably 50 years away. Why didn't Elon invest $16 billion in Intel? Aren't you Amerifats all about paid? No, we're about profits, bro. We're all about profits here. We're about to eat Chipotle too. Well, I mean, I'm getting like meal allowance while I'm on travel here. And I'm going to get a double chicken burrito from Chipotle for $13. And I'm very excited about it. Pretty sure Intel could have delivered the chips Tesla needed. Samsung phones suck lately. I use Apple phones. I use PC for all my computers, but I'm pretty addicted to Apple phones. Anyway, that's the news for today. I'm sorry about the audio. I'm in a new freaking place. I'm not on my regular computer, but I'll test it out tomorrow to make sure it freaking works. Freaking pain in the butt. But it seems like the internet's working pretty well here. So anyway, that's it. Have a wonderful, delicious day.